If you're fundamentally wrong, if your whole source of your vision and the anchor of who you are, your purpose in your life is wrong, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? And if you're late, do you have a time capsule or a time travel machine that's going to let you go back and redo the last 10, 15, 20 years of your life? I'm wrong and I'm late. How many times does this thought run through your head when it comes to the thing that you care most about? Whether you call it your vision, your mission, your purpose for being on this planet. How many times have you thought to yourself, I'm wrong. I've got it wrong. I'm missing the mark here. There's no way anybody could possibly find this valuable. And I'm late. I should have been doing this 10 years ago. I should have got started when I was in my 20s. We have this same narrative with different details to each of our stories running through our minds over and over and over again. And I realized this in a session that I had with my coach recently, that this belief that I'm wrong and I'm late is something that I tell myself unconsciously over and over that counts me out of the game. And I wanted to share this on this week's MMM because I think there's a lot of you out there who are just like me, who have your doubts, who have fears, who have a big vision and mission in your heart that gets brought into question from time to time. We can't help it. We have mechanisms in our brain that are hardwired to keep us safe, that are going to tell us these stories, make us believe that I'm late, I'm wrong, I'm missing something. This can't be what I'm supposed to do. It's not responsible. All of those declarative statements that force us back into the center of our comfort zone. How long have you been living there for? How long have you been living out right in the center of your comfort zone, telling yourself that I'm wrong, I'm late, it's too late for me. I should have got started a long time ago. How am I ever going to catch up? How am I ever going to make this work? You see, every single one of these stories that happens on repeat, like a broken record, just turning over and over and over in the back of my head. It keeps me from pursuing that thing that is ultimately going to bring me the most joy, the most fulfillment, the most satisfaction in my life on this planet. So I have to face off with this line in my head that says, I'm wrong about something. I'm missing something. I'm late. I should have got started a long time ago. And face it and actually bring it into question. Are you? Are you late? Or what if you're right on time? What if the last 10 years of your life that you think you wasted with substance abuse and chasing women and in and out of different careers, starting things, stopping things, failing over and over again, what if all of that time was research? What if that was just time that you had to spend in the lab, gaining experience from the school of hard knocks that was preparing you for right now? What if you just can't see it yet? What if you're going to have this awareness? You're going to go back to this episode that I recorded on the podcast today, 3 years from now, and say, Jeddy, you were right. I wasn't wrong. I was right on time. It was happening exactly the way that it needed to get me here. I just couldn't see it. But what if you let this belief that you're wrong and you're late continue to make you spiral around that center of your comfort zone? That instead of accepting that, you know what, I'm not wrong. Failure does not mean that I'm wrong. Moving from one thing to another and starting something and then going to another thing doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It's just part of my process. I'm not late. I'm right on time. Everything that I've experienced in my life is something that's going to help me gathering resources for the future, for the next step, for my next move. What if you start to install that new belief, that new story in your brain? Because one thing's for sure, telling yourself you're wrong and telling yourself you're late are two things that you really can't do anything about. If you're fundamentally wrong, if your whole source of your vision and the anchor of who you are, your purpose in your life is wrong, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? And if you're late, do you have a time capsule or a time travel machine that's going to let you go back and redo the last 10, 15, 20 years of your life? So what is the actual value and function of telling yourself that you're wrong and you're late in all the different ways that you do over and over and over again? What are you getting out of that? Are you getting anything productive out of that other than keeping yourself safe? How would it serve you to instead look at this as, I'm not wrong and I'm right on time. I'm following my truth and it's a bumpy road And sometimes I get punched in the face. And there's going to be turns where I get off the trail and I'm going to have to double back and do it over again. But I'm not wrong. And I'm right on time. Try that story out for a little bit. See how that one lands in your body. How does that one feel for you? Instead of making up this story about being wrong, about being late, running out of time, what if you chose a new one? How would that feel? Try it on this week. Let me know how it lands for you. Make sure you join us in the Brotherhood space, the Rising Man Brotherhood. Go to risingman.org/brotherhood, register for the free Spark space, and then you can come and chat with us every single Wednesday when we review these Monday morning meditation episodes as a community. So go ahead, jump in there, share this with another man who needs to hear it, and I'll catch you on the next one.